to my online music theory course. Today we're going to be moving on to chapter 4, and we're going to be learning about simple time, what a beat is, and what a time signature is. And we'll be going through some simple time signatures and how we work with them. So first of all, beats in music. All music has a beat and it has rhythm. I like to refer to it kind of like a heartbeat. Our bodies have a heart, and our heart is always going, even during rest time. And in music, when we have a rest, that beat is still happening, even though we don't hear any of the music. So that beat and that pulse is very, very important. So beats are very regular throughout the entire piece of music, and the tempo refers to how fast or slow those beats are going to occur. There are a few very simple times that we use. We have duple time, and in duple time, we're going to feel 2 beats or 2 pulses within every measure. Remembering that a measure is all the music between each bar line. So between every block, we're going to have 2 pulses or 2 beats. We also have triple time, and that means in every measure we're going to feel 3 beats and 3 beats. And then we have quadruple time, and you've already guessed, we're going to feel 4 beats in every measure. So we're going to use these basic beats to make some very simple time signatures. So what is a time signature? A time signature occurs at the beginning of every piece of music that you have. And we place it right here. We draw the numbers 2 to show simple duple time, 2 beats per measure. But on the bottom we're going to have another number, and that number is going to show us what kind of note gets that beat. In a previous lesson we talked about whole notes, quarter notes, 8th notes, 16th notes. So we need to know which one of those to put at the bottom. So let's say I put a 4 at the bottom. That 4 stands for quarter. So I know that every quarter note is going to have a beat. So my music may look like I have 1 quarter here, and I'll put another note down here and have another quarter. That fills in 2 beats for that measure, and then I have my bar line, and I'll need another 2 beats for the next measure. And this time I'm going to do a half note. A half note has 2 quarter notes in it. So that previous lesson I did, or 2 lessons ago, was very important, so you learn how each note is related to the next. You may need to go back and review that. But a half note has 2 quarters in it, so there's my 2 beats for that measure. Let's do another sample. So I should have done my treble clef or bass clef up there. So I'm still in my duple time, but this time on the bottom I'm going to use an 8. That stands for 8th notes. So every 8th note is going to get the beat. So this tells me I need 2 8th notes in each bar, or the equivalent of an 8th note. So we can write it with flags on it. There's my 2 8th notes. I need a bar line, and now I need the equivalent of 2 8th notes in the next measure. So I could even use a quarter note, because 2 8th notes are in 1 quarter note. I'm just going to give myself a bit more room here as we go through. Let's try the triple time. So in triple time, let's use a bass clef this time. In triple time, I'm going to put my 3 at the top, and then I need another number to choose to say what kind of note gets the pulse. So let's use 4. So I need 3 quarter notes in each bar, or the equivalent of 3 quarter notes in each bar. So let's start here with a C, and I'm going to do a half note that contains 2 quarters. So now I'm looking for 1 more quarter. So let's do a quarter rest. Then I have my bar line because I have beats 1, 2, and my third beat. There, 3 beats. And then let's do a quarter note. And I'll do another quarter note. And another quarter note down here. And again, that gives me my 1, 2, and my 3 counts for 3/4 time, which is a simple time. It's in triple time, and it's per quarter. So I can change this bottom one to be a 2. And that means I need 3 half notes, or the equivalent of 3 half notes in each measure. If I changed that to be an 8, I would need 3 eighth notes in each measure, or the equivalent of an eighth note. 2 16th notes equal 1/8 note, so I could use 2 16th notes and an eighth note. There's a lot of different combinations that we could use there. And we'll run through one more sample. So we've got our bar line. We'll go back to treble clef. And we're going to do quadruple time. So that means we need the 4 at the top. Notice how I use 2 full spaces to write my top number, and I use 2 full spaces to write my bottom number. So let's pick 4/4 time. So we can have 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, and 4 quarters. And then I would do my bar line, beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I need 4 beats for that measure, and I can simply do a whole note because whole notes have 4 quarter notes in them. So that's another simple time. On your page 45, you'll actually find a really nicely laid out chart that shows you all the various time signatures that you could have in simple time. And in duple time, they have 2 16ths, 2 8, 2 4, 2 2, even 2 1. And they go through the different time signatures for triple time as well as quadruple time. And this chart should be put to memory. It's fairly easy. Once you get the idea of how it works, it's fairly easy to duplicate that. So again, thanks for watching, and should you need any further support, please feel free to message me as usual. Thanks very much.